Glycolysis, part of cellular respiration, is a series of reactions that constitute the first step of most carbohydrate catabolism, meaning the breaking down of layer molecules into smaller ones. The Krebs cycle, where acetyl-CoA is modified in the mitochondria to produce energy precursors in preparation for the next step. The Krebs cycle captures the energy stored in the chemical bonds of acetyl-CoA in a step-by-step process, trapping it in the form of high-energy intermediate molecules. An electron transport chain is a series of complexes that transfer electrons from electron donors to electron acceptors through redox reactions, and couples this electron transfer with the transfer of protons across the membrane. This creates an electrochemical proton gradient that drives the synthesis of ATP, a molecule that stores energy chemically in the form of highly strained bonds. Glycolysis begins with a 6-carbon glucose sugar. Enzymes break the bond between the second and third phosphate groups of ATP. The energy released sends the phosphate groups to connect with the glucose molecule. The 6-carbon molecule then breaks into 2 3-carbon sugars. NAD+ is reduced, which makes 2 ATPs. Next, the Krebs cycle occurs in the mitochondria of the cell. 2 pyruvates undergo this process. Enzymes release a molecule of CO2 from the pyruvate, leaving a molecule of acetate and also releasing a molecule of NAD+. Coenzyme A binds to acetate to make acetyl-CoA, which brings acetate to the Krebs cycle. 2 molecules of CO2 are formed. NAD+ is converted to NADH after oxidization. This energy forms ATP from ADP and phosphate. The electron transport chain produces most of the ATP, NADH, and FADH2. Hydrogen is brought from the previous 2 steps to the matrix of the mitochondria for the electron transport chain to take place. Hydrogen atoms are broken into electrons and protons enzymes. These transfer the electrons through the system. ATP synthase takes place. At the end of the electron transport chain, O2 accepts electrons and takes up protons to form water.